Hello, everyone. It's time to continue on in our journey through the horrors of XBLIG. And our journey has now taken us in an attempt to break through the fourth wall. This is a game that we played the demo of a while back, around 4 years ago. Of course, we didn't finish it that time because it was just a demo. But now it is time to finally find that fourth wall that they're talking about. We find ourselves in a strange dark void, surrounded by 3 walls. White, static, and you can't really see it, but it is completely black in front of us. There's also a thing hanging above us. You know, a thing. It's just like the thing that hangs over our heads every day of our lives, reminding us of our mortality. The thing of Damocles that threatens and menaces us every day. There's an arrow on the floor telling us to go back the other way. Well, if we walk forward, the black wall does retreat. What happens if we were to walk the other way? The black wall advances. Everything here is helpfully labeled in case we weren't sure what any of these things are. And that's just kind of rude. Die you will. I mean, I guess all of us will eventually. Even Xbox Live Indie Games, its clock is ticking as well. Only one that didn't have anything in it. Except it's full of eyeballs. And really only one thing that we can try to walk towards. The light shining in the distance. Just like we all try to find our guiding light in our lives, so too in the fourth wall must we try to grasp at any clues that we might find as to where we're supposed to be going. What direction should we be heading in? We fell, but that's all right. We're still doing okay, even though apparently, I don't know if that's just the imprint that we left, but we're doing all right. We can walk around, our neck's not broken. Oh. But it appears that the thing above our head is becoming engorged with blood. I can relate to that. Still, might want to see a doctor about it. Alright, we can hear the static of the static wall as we get closer to it, so maybe we should take a look at this. The static wall appears impenetrable. Except it's very penetrable. We have to find our way through the maze. Though static covers every inch of the walls, making it very difficult to see where we're going and to find our way. Again, just like life. We're trying to recognize where our boundaries are and use them to guide our way. We try to recognize patterns where perhaps there are not any, hoping that maybe that will help us as we flail about in the maze called life, of which there is a lot of static. And if we try hard enough, if we're persistent enough, we might find the static ball. And once we find the static ball of life, then life starts to make a whole lot more sense. We start to see things more clearly. Walls and corners appear where we could not notice them before. That was a hand, if you didn't catch that. Just swinging, just pulsating, just positively throbbing with blood, engorged. Yep, and there's our imprint, our static imprint. Well, only one more imprint to go, I suppose. Since we've done 2 walls, we have a third. But it is called the 4th wall. So far, there has not been a 4th wall. There has been just like a turgid thing hanging from the ceiling, dripping blood. At least put a Band-Aid on it. What do we do with the white wall? Well, there is something flying around it. Maybe we should try to catch that thing. It can be kind of difficult. Actually, as we were walking around, something happened. Sort of a black light came from the wall as we've been walking around. But if we walk the other direction, then a white light appears around it as well. And it got shorter and shorter every time. And look, there's the white orb, and I guess we want to get that, right? Oh no, it's flying away. And now faces, there they are. Look at the faces coming after us. Let's get that white orb and try to avoid the faces. Oh, I think just missed it. Gotta figure out the pattern of the white orb. Just like you have to figure out the patterns in life. Figure out where your own personal white orb is, not where it is right now, but where is it going to be? Where do you have to stand to intercept it? For some people it takes years to figure that out. But we don't have years. We only have a few minutes to spend with the 4th wall. Because we are being chased by faces. You know, programming is hard. Fortunately, we can easily get back to where we were by pressing a button. And that's the 4th wall. I don't think we ever found a 4th wall. We just found 3. I guess the 4th wall was in ourselves the whole time. And I guess the doctor just had to remove that thing. It was just beyond help. And that's the game. It was made by GZ Storm, and you can go to gzstorm.com if you want to play it yourself, because there was a PC version. I mean, I'm playing the Xbox Live Indie Game version because I'm a purist in that way. But if you want to play the PC version, you know, I like to play games on the intended platform that they were made on. But if you want to play the PC version, it is available on that website, as well as their other products, including Vidiot Game, which was another Xbox Live indie game. And one thing, and that's another one that we'll be revisiting at some point, but not right now. For right now, this was The Fourth Wall. Little horror experiment on Xbox Live indie games. It was a pretty cool thing to come across when it first came out back 4 years ago. It was very unexpected because you don't really see something that you don't really see as good of an attempt at surrealistic horror appearing on the Xbox Live indie game service, even though it is very small, very short. It's done in a few minutes, and there's really no explanation at all as to why anything is happening. So, like I said, it's a nice little surrealistic thing for you to experience. And that's The Fourth Wall. And yet another of the horrors of XBLIG that we've been playing through on Xbox Live indie games. And it appears that our playable character appeared to have died at the end, just like Xbox Live indie games is heading towards its death. It's all symbolic. All of it is. It's all like life. We're all looking to break through our own personal fourth walls.